Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for a Tuesday edition of the Steel City Sports Report, where we talk all things Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. I am your host, Brady Vini, and today's report includes Mike Tomlin's Tuesday press conference news and notes, the Dallas Stars thump the Penguins early and often, Paul Skenes is named a finalist for not just one, but 2 awards, and more. As always, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into the first news story of the day. Mike Tomlin's Tuesday press conference news and note. It is another Tomlin Tuesday, as Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin just wrapped up his weekly Tuesday press conference, reviewing his team's performance against the Commanders and looking ahead to this weekend's massive divisional game against the Ravens. Here are a couple of notes from Tomlin's presser, starting on the injury front. Tomlin confirmed that outside linebacker Alex Highsmith, who suffered a nasty-looking ankle injury against Washington, will be out with a week-to-week injury. Tomlin added that newly acquired outside linebacker Preston Smith will now have a larger role, and that outside linebacker Nick Herbig will indeed be back this weekend against Baltimore. Corner Corey Trice, who's been on IR with a hamstring injury, has a chance to work his way back to playing this week. And lastly, the trio of running back Najee Harris, wide receiver Calvin Austin, and corner Dante Jackson, all of whom were banged up in the Commanders game, will be limited in practice to start the week, but should be good to play on Sunday. Some other notes from Tomlin's presser include him saying that, like Preston Smith, he expects wide receiver Mike Williams to have a bigger role against the Ravens. After seeing Williams make that game-winning catch in Washington, Steeler fans should be yearning to see what more he can do on Sunday. Next, Tomlin says that he respects the rivalry between the Steelers and Ravens. This game will be one of the most highly anticipated matchups across the NFL this year, as both teams will fight for sole possession of first place in the AFC North. Even though the Steelers and Ravens know each other like the back of their own hand, we should see lots of points, as both offenses have upgraded from last season and are among the league's best right now. One new member of the Ravens offense is someone the Steelers know quite well in wide receiver Deontay Johnson. However, it appears that Tomlin is not too worried about facing his former player. To be honest, I hadn't thought a lot about it. He's not on a lot of their video, and so at this stage of the week, I don't know that I've weighed what he might mean to the matchup. They got more significant pieces with larger roles that are occupying my attention at this part of the week. Man, did Tomlin just take a shot at Johnson and give him some bulletin board material. Also, wouldn't it be something to see Johnson line up across from Dante Jackson, who the Steelers traded him for this offseason? We all now must eagerly wait for Sunday to arrive, where we will get to see a 5-star matchup between 2 heavyweights in the NFL this season. Mike Williams takes a jab at his former QB. A phrase I've been saying for the past 48 hours is that it only took 9 snaps for Steelers wide receiver Mike Williams to go from the doghouse in New York to the penthouse in Pittsburgh. Williams had the game-winning touchdown via a beautiful go route catch for the black and gold against the Commanders on Sunday. Yesterday, the veteran receiver took to Instagram and posted a picture of himself after scoring the touchdown, with the caption reading, "Thankful." Below the caption, Williams added 3 hashtags, with one of them being #Redline. That hashtag, hilariously, is a jab at his former quarterback in New York, Aaron Rodgers. Redline is the term that Rodgers used when he blamed Williams for a game-losing INT he threw earlier this season. Redline refers to an actual red line on football practice fields 5 yards from the sideline. On that interception earlier in the year, Rodgers blamed Williams for running the wrong route and not staying on the red line. Ironically enough, Williams' game-winning touchdown on Sunday was a go route down the sideline. Hopefully Williams continues to kill it with the Steelers, and proves that the Jets and Rodgers underutilized him. The Steelers sign a former All-Pro special teamer. Even though the trade deadline has now passed, the Steelers are still bringing in more players to bolster their roster. On Tuesday morning, NFL insider for NFL Network Ian Rappaport reports that the Steelers have signed former All-Pro wide receiver and kick/punt returner Jamal Agnew to their practice squad. Agnew has been in the NFL for 7 years now, 4 years in Detroit and 3 in Jacksonville. As a wide receiver converted from defensive back, Agnew has 74 receptions for 730 yards and 5 touchdowns in his career. However, his speciality is in the return game. On special teams in his career, Agnew has 124 punt returns for 1,280 yards and 4 touchdowns, and 122 kickoff returns for 3,112 yards and 2 touchdowns. Drafted out of San Diego, Agnew was on the All-Rookie team and an All-Pro punt returner in 2017, as well as a Pro Bowl returner in 2022. Unfortunately, Agnew suffered a leg fracture at the end of last season, which kept him out until now. In addition to Agnew, the Steelers re-signed running back Jonathan Ward to the practice squad and released wide receiver Lance McCutcheon and offensive lineman John LeGlue from the practice squad. Welcome to Pittsburgh, Jamal Agnew. The Dallas Stars thumped the Penguins early and often. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet so I don't get too emotionally invested. Last night, the Pittsburgh Penguins were outmatched in every definition of the word by the Dallas Stars, losing 7-1. The game was over from first puck drop as Dallas put up 6 goals in the first period. Starter Yoel Blomqvist was chased after surrendering 3 goals on 8 shots, and backup Alex Nedeljkovic didn't fare any better. The Pens showed why they are at the bottom of their division. This team is the most fundamentally deficient group defensive-wise in the league, and a bona fide Stanley Cup favorite in the Stars exploited that to the ultimate degree. Just look at this final stat line. The Pens lost in all stat categories except for blocked shots, which in this case adds to just how much they were hemmed in their own zone. At this point, we are all left to wonder what it will take for the Penguins to make big changes. Mike Sullivan's expiration date was 2 years ago, and the hardest working player in the NHL, Sidney Crosby, is completely disinterested. Since Fenway Sports Group isn't going to fire Sullivan because he's a Boston guy and they view him as hockey's Bill Belichick, then Kyle Dubas needs to completely dismantle the team. Trade, and trade some more. I love how you play, but goodbye Marcus Pettersson. Goodbye Rickard Rakell. Goodbye all the various one-year deal recipients from this past offseason. The Penguins are a lottery team, and it's probably for the best. Just like near the end of Mario Lemieux's career, the Pens need to lose out and bring in the next generation and possibly the next face of the franchise to learn a bit under Sidney Crosby before he retires. Sid, Gino, Tanger, Sully, we thank you for what you've done, but the time for retooling is over, and the time for a full-blown rebuild is here. Paul Skenes is named a finalist for not just 1, but 2 awards. On a more brighter note, last night the Baseball Writers Association of America announced the finalist for the 2024 MLB Annual League Awards. Without any surprise, Paul Skenes was bound to be a finalist for at least 1 award after his historic rookie season. However, he was named a finalist for not just 1, but 2 awards. Skenes is a finalist for the National League Rookie of the Year and the National League Cy Young Award. The flamethrowing phenom has now become the first rookie to be a finalist for both Rookie of the Year and the Cy Young since the late Jose Fernandez in 2013, who took home Rookie of the Year that year. Looking at the graphic right now, I think that Skenes should be a lock to win Rookie of the Year over the Padres' Jackson Merrill and the Brewers' Jackson Chourio, knock on wood, but will probably miss on winning the Cy Young over the Phillies' Zach Wheeler and the likely winner in the Braves' Chris Sale. The winners of the league awards will start to be announced one at a time next week live on the MLB Network. From the BBWAA website, the winner of the Rookie of the Year will be announced on Monday, November 18th, and the Cy Young winner will be announced on Wednesday, November 20th, with all announcement shows beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Skenes now hopes to become only the second player in MLB history, alongside the late great Fernando Valenzuela, to win Rookie of the Year and the Cy Young in the same season. Best of luck to Paul Skenes as he hopes to make history next week. And finally, new anti-Bob Nutting billboards are going up around Pittsburgh. A group of Pirates fans in Pittsburgh are taking real action in showing the fan base's disapproval for Pirates owner Bob Nutting. 2 weeks ago, this group marched through downtown Pittsburgh with anti-Nutting shirts and signs. Ultimately, the group wound up at the Pirates' administrative offices, where they left a Sell the Team Bob shirt hanging off the front door. Well, this group is now sending a bigger message, literally. At Irate Pirates Fan and at Swartz Canyon on X, who are heading this movement, posted Monday night that a new Sell the Team billboard has been put up at the Boulevard of the Allies near Duquesne University. Irate Pirates Fan added that all 4 billboards that were bought will be up this week in multiple Pittsburgh locations. This is awesome to see, and hopefully this movement continues to grow so that us Pirates fans can maybe, just maybe, end the past 17 years of mediocrity by getting Nutting to sell. A link to the Sell the Team website can be found in the video's description below. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for a Tuesday edition of the Steel City Sports Report. Again, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow with some more Pittsburgh sports news.